Very good afternoon. Jayashree this side.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Very good afternoon. So we'll start with our training in next 1 minute.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Good afternoon, Jayashree.
Very good afternoon. I just hope the audio is fine. You all can hear me.
Yes, it's clear.
Perfect. Okay, I think so we should start. So welcome. This is our day 1, our first session of Excel. Before we start, let me just introduce you to myself. As you know, my name is Jayashree. I'm basically a corporate trainer. I'm into this field from past 12 years, I can say. So being in corporate trainer, I had observed that Excel is one of the feature which is used by everyone. You might be from the sales background or from the marketing background or an accountant. You might be a CA, anything, any profession you have, an accountant, everyone need Excel. The only important point is, are we able to use that feature of Excel to the level which is expected, I can say, to the level for which it is meant. So it is not just for data entry. You can do a lot of things with Excel. You can do your analysis with the help of Excel. Yes. So in this training, you might be knowing what are the course contents. We'll be trying to learn few of those features in a smarter way. So you might be doing those things, but here you'll be learning how you can do the same task in a better way, in a faster way, and create an accurate report. Okay. So with that, okay, from my side, one thing I would like to clear out. We are going to start the session at sharp 4:30. So today, while we have one more session on the next Saturday, so just make sure that you join the session on time. The only reason is, there are a lot many things to learn. If you join on time, I'll be able to cover a lot more. Okay. Also, just make sure that you are on the mute mode. That is just because keeping yourself on the mute mode will just prevent the distractions, which you sometimes might not be even aware. So if you want to communicate with me, let's use the chat box. Whenever it is required, definitely you're allowed to unmute. But just take that care that you mute yourself again. Okay. I hope all is well. Do you have any queries, any questions from your end? If you have, you can drop them in the chat box. Else we'll start with the training. Yes, any question, any queries? Is everything okay? All well? We can start? Great. So first of all, I'll just share one workbook. In the chat box, I'll just do that. I'm not allowed to share the file. Just give me a minute. Guys, I'll share that in the common folder. Okay, just give me 1 minute. By the time you can just go and open a blank workbook of Excel and drop a message once you're done. Okay, I just hope that you all are ready with the blank workbook, at least for now. Let me just share my screen. Now, definitely before we start with the functionalities, we should be aware of the different window options we have. So when you open a new workbook, first
Excuse
of
me,
all,
ma'am. Can you repeat what you said before because I joined a bit late today?
okay, no, we just started. There is just few files which are shared in your shared folder. Okay, so you can just download it from there. That's the only
Okay,
instruction given. Yeah.
okay, ma'am. Okay.
Okay. So when you open a new workbook, what are you going to get? First of all, what is workbook? I can say that the entire file of an Excel is called as a workbook. And what a workbook is going to have? A workbook is always going to have worksheets. Now, it purely depends on the version of Excel you are using. Based on that, the number of sheets will get inserted. Now, I am working with 365. I don't know on which version you all are working, but you should always be aware of the version which you are using. Okay. Now, what are the different versions available in the market? You have Office 10. You can go for 13. You can go for 16. You can go for 19, which is the latest one, or you can go for 365, the one I'm using. What are the difference? Definitely, every new release is going to have some new features along with it. So if you go for 365, 365 is going to give you lot many new functionalities, lot many add-ins, which are really very useful. So if you are aware of the Office setup, can you just quickly drop a message on which version you are working right now? Are you aware of that?
I am having 2016.
Have 16. You all can just drop a message in the chat box instead of unmuting yourself. Drop a message in the chat box. I've got one input saying that we are using 2016. Okay, which is good. You don't know. Is it that you don't know? 19. Wow, very good. So you just need to go. In case if you're not aware, just go to File tab and go for the settings. Now, again, that is going to vary based on which office setup you have. For me, under accounts, I'll get those info. Nishal, you're working with 2021. Wow. Okay. So you're working on the new release. Awesome. Great. Now, so good to see that nobody is using, I guess, Office 10. It's too old and it don't have few additional features which we actually need, which are awesome, I can say. Okay. Now, so when you open an Excel file, we were talking about that. When you open an Excel file, it is going to have what? It's going to have the options of workbook. The top panel is going to show you the name of the workbook which you are using. Just below the workbook name or the title bar, I can say, you all will be able to see the different tabs. Yes, so I can see home tab, insert tab, draw, page layout. Again, the tab names will vary based on the office setup you are using. Now, whenever I go for any of the tab, this is important, guys. Whenever you go for any of the tab, you will be getting multiple groups. And then under each group, you'll be getting specific command. Now, why I'm pinpointing this? Because later on, when I want you to go to a specific area, I'll be giving you this instruction that go to so-and-so tab, so-and-so group, and check the functionality. Okay, so just make sure that you go to the correct tab and the correct group so that it's easy for you to search the appropriate options. Okay, now below that is below the ribbon, you will be having two areas. We call them as a formula bar and a name box. A formula bar, as the name says, will always show you the formula written in the cell, and the name box is simply going to show you the name of active cell. Now, how the names are given? Excel is made up of columns and rows. So whenever you're naming any cell, it will be nothing but the combination of the column name and the row number. So when my cursor is over here, it is G7. When it is here, it is column K and row number 10. And if you observe carefully, this same address, that is K10, is getting displayed at the name box. Wherever you go, to any cell, whenever you go, we call that this cell is now active. The cell which is getting the border impact is an active cell, and the name of active cell will always get displayed in the name box. Okay, below that is below your sheets, you'll be having the information of the multiple worksheets you have and the status bar showing you the language, the macro recording status, and the different view options. Yes, that's a small introduction of the different parts of worksheets. Now just update me. Are you done with downloading? Did you got the file over there? If you can just go to your share folder, there will be a file named as 1.1. You can just go and open that file. Laptop got hanged. Oh. And what about others? Did you got the file? Please open the workbook, download and open the workbook 1.1. And drop a message when you are ready. You can drop a message as done. Yes, ready? I have received two inputs. One is from Amia and the second one is from Noor, that we are ready. I request other participants also to quickly drop message in the chat box. Ready. Okay. Perfect. Okay. If you want to use 365, I only know the info about the license version. Okay. So you simply need to go to the website of Microsoft. Right over there that you are looking for. Okay, I'm telling you the steps for the same. Go to the Microsoft website and write that you are looking for Office 365 setup. Roughly the charges are monthly. You can go for a rental basis. So like, if you are purchasing 2019 or 13 or 16, what you do is you normally go and pay one time and then you get that setup for entire life, right? But for 365, the case is different. You cannot purchase this for lifetime. It is on rental option only. So you can either go for monthly rental or yearly rental. So, there will be a bit of difference. I guess 1 month free you will get. Yeah. So when you go for 1 year plan, you'll get 1 month free, something like that. Roughly the charges are 500 rupees per month. And the entire functioning of this of 365 goes based on your ID, your mail ID. So whenever you want to sign it somewhere else, you just need to use the mail ID on which you have registered and you'll be able to use that at the other places also. There are options for family plan over there. What is different between what? The other office, the other.
Excel like 2016, 19, 21 or 365.
Okay. So the basic difference is, guys, see, as I was saying, if you go and purchase right now 2019, what will happen? You will get a lifetime access for 19. But now we all know that after a few days, there will be a new release, 2021. After a few time, it might be 2025 or something like that. So always Microsoft Office is going to get upgraded with something new. So what you'll have to do always, you have to go and again purchase a new one. But if you're using 365, 365 will always have the additional functionalities with it. Means whatever the new release is, that will get first added to 365 and later on a version of that will get released. So it's not a one-time pay and use. It is pay monthly and always be up to date, I can say. Every new functionality will first get into 365 and then you'll be able to see it somewhere else. So in that also there are options like you can log in with the premium version and you'll get an extra facility over there. Okay. Or as I said, you can even go for the family option because over there the charges will be a bit lesser. Fine. Now I'm hoping that you all must be ready with this file. I'll just quickly take you with the introduction. So I had explained you the different parts of your workbook. Okay. Along with those different parts, one more important thing is, when your cursor is on a cell, you can see a specific tabs on your screen. But the moment you insert any object means you might be inserting a chart, you might be inserting a table, you might be inserting a shape, you might be inserting a clip art, anything. So whenever you insert anything else other than writing a text, you will be always able to see a extra tab related to that specific option. So when you insert table, you will be getting table formattings. When you are inserting shapes, you'll be getting an option of shape formats. Okay, so like this, every time you insert an object and you select that object. So it's not just at the time of insert. When you select an object, that specific feature will get active. Okay. Now, the point is what all we can write in Excel. So Excel will allow you to write a numerical data, to write a text data, or to write a formula in a cell. Anything you can write. Now the important point is, what about when you save an Excel file? So just have a look on my screen. This is an important concept again. Try to understand. If you're not able to get it right now, don't worry. We'll do one practical example for this towards the end. But if you just see, if suppose I'm on a new workbook, I can take a new workbook by pressing Control N. When I'm on a new workbook, after writing some contents, definitely I need to save that. Yes, surely I'll have to save this workbook. Now, to save the workbook, I'll be pressing the shortcut key F12. Now again, it just depends on the version of Excel. No, sorry, not the version of the laptop, the configuration of your laptop. You can either press F12 or you might need to press function key F10 along with F12. That you just need to check at your end. But when you press that, in that, when you see, you will be getting a default option as Excel workbook. Can you just open this dialog box for a minute? In my current Excel, that text box appears. Can you just share your screen? I don't know if you're allowed to do that. I had allowed you to share. For others, can you just drop a message that you got this dialog box of save as type? Yes. Now, what is important at the dialog box of save as type? What is important over here? You normally say that
we can save any location wherever we want.
Yeah, that is obviously an important part, that you can assign a location where you want to save this. But along with that, this plays a very important role. What is this?
The type of the file which we are going to save.
Yes, this is indicating the type of file you are going to save. Now, what's the option available over here, or when to use which one? If I open the drop down, I can just see that the first one is the default Microsoft Workbook option. But the second one is saying me that save this workbook with macro enable option. What does that mean? When you have created any macro coding, you need to go and say that this workbook should get saved as macro. If you don't do that, what will happen? None of your VBA code will get saved. Likewise, you can even go for saving a file as in binary format. Very useful when you have a huge data and you want to share that on mail. Or you can even save this with comma delimiter. You can save that with XML format or a web page. Or you can save this as an Excel templates. Okay. Or you can save that with a tab separator. N number of options are available. Now, that is what I'm trying to explain you now. So just have a look on my screen. Yes, Ritesh. Ritesh, I've given you the share access, I guess. Please go ahead and share your screen now. Guys, just give me 1 minute. Can you just press Control N for once? Let me just check that. Where's the box?
Actually, it is not showing in the new Excel, but the array Excel actually I'm using now. So the symbol actually is getting showing actually, not in the new Excel.
So only for this workbook you are getting, you are saying?
Because due to that, actually, suppose I'm going to paste, copy paste that time, the same symbol is copying, okay, and the same sheet actually going to.
Why aren't you deleting that? Delete the text box.
Actually, I deleting that text column, but no, it's not permanently deleting. Suppose I'm deleting right now, so it is showing on the same location here. Let's say.
Right click on that. Are you able to right click?
Okay.
I'm just checking what type of shape is this. Cut. Just choose the option of cut and check.
Let's see.
Are you able to move that?
Yes, the symbol is going to move actually anywhere, but there are many symbols such like that.
Like this, many shapes are there, you're saying?
Many shapes are there, yes, in the Excel.
Is it possible for you to share this workbook to me?
Sure, no issue. I will share.
Just share that and I'll check and revert you tomorrow.
No issue.
Can I do?
Thank you very much. Yes. We'll share. Thank you.
Yeah. Please mute yourself. Now, guys, just have a look on my screen. Have a look on my screen. Whenever you create an Excel file and you try to save, every Excel file is going to get 4 extensions, 4 parts, I can say. So the first 2 parts are max of the time same. They'll be indicating Excel. That is, this is an Excel file. But at the third place, you can either have S or T or A. Now just try to listen carefully. When you say S, that means you are trying to create a normal spreadsheet. But when you say T, that means you're trying to create a template file. What is template? The one when you go for the file and you say new and you get some predefined template options which are designed by someone. Same way, you can create your own templates. But what you'll have to do if you want to save that, change the extension to T. Change in the sense, at F12, drop down, you're going to say that save this file as a template for me. Okay. Or you can even save a file as an add-in. What is add-in? Like, can you see on my screen, there is an additional tab available for me called as Power Pivot or a fuzzy lookup, which are additional features designed by someone. So in case if you are a coder who is writing a code to create an add-in, at the time to save that file, you need to change the extension to A. For your level, at least for now, focus on spreadsheet along with this one. What is the third parameter? The fourth parameter can either have X indicating this is a macro free workbook or M indicating macro enabled workbook. So whenever I say that my spreadsheet is having macro, that means the extension will be what? .xlsm. Just be very careful when you are saving. So we will learn this concept towards the end when the macro concept start. Okay. Now, for now, let us just go for the next sheet you have with you, that is autofill. Come to autofill. and better you delete all the data. Now, how to delete? I don't know how good you are with the selection process in Excel. For Excel, we normally do avoid using mouse. We always go with keyboard. So I'm just making you aware with few shortcut keys which can be used for your selection purpose. First shortcut key, please be at autofill S1. You can keep your cursor at any place. Please be on the sheet autofill and keep your cursor at any place. Now, when you press Control Home, when you press the key Control Home, you will be able to see that you are navigated to A1 cell. So what is Control Home? That's a shortcut key to go to first cell of the worksheet. Same way, Control End will take you to the last cell of your sheet. So my last cell is K13. That was the last data I have written. Control Home to the first cell, Control End to the last active cell also I can say. Okay. With that, few more shortcut keys. Let me just cover them. Suppose if I want to go to the right side. So what I can do? I can press Tab button to move to the right side. If I want to move to the left side, Shift and Tab can help me to do that. Tab to move to the right side, Shift and Tab to move to the left side. Enter key to move down and Shift and Enter key to go up. Tab, Shift and Tab, Enter and Shift and Enter. These are again few shortcut keys which will help us to navigate. Now many of us do normally prefer, instead of those Tab or Shift and Tab keys, we do prefer to go with our simple navigation keys. So that is also fine. You can press page down, page up, or I would say up arrow keys and down arrow keys for your keyboard. That might be the name. Up arrow keys, down arrow keys, right arrow keys, and left arrow keys can help us to navigate. But the point is, I don't want to just navigate, but I want to select the data. So to select, whenever you're saying you want to select something, you need to press Shift. Now see, if I press Shift and down arrow keys, if I press Shift and down arrow keys, I'm able to select the data one row down at a time, one cell down at a time. If suppose by mistake I've selected an extra row, I can press Shift up arrow keys to remove the selection. Likewise, Shift and right arrow keys will help me to select data towards the right side, one cell at a time. Shift and left arrow keys may help me to remove the selection. Simple. Shift and down arrow keys, Shift and up arrow keys, Shift and right arrow keys, Shift and left arrow keys. Okay, I'll repeat this many shortcuts once again. You can check. Control Home is to go to the A1 cell, the first cell you have. It will always take you to the A1 cell only. Control Home will take you to A1 cell. Control End will take you to the last cell. Control Home to the first cell. Tab button to move to the right side. Shift and Tab to move to the left side. Enter to move down. Shift and Enter to move up. Or you can use Shift and down arrow keys, right arrow keys to do your selection. Where is your home key? That you will get under the numerical keypad area. For me, it is at number 7. Every keyboard, style is different. You got that? Okay. Guys, you all can just take a minute and please first have a look onto this many shortcuts.
Control plus Shift, right arrow, left arrow, we can use as a selected cells, right?
Correct. All done? Guys, drop a message in the chat box when you are done. Yes, this is done. Okay, thank you for the inputs. Okay, perfect. Now listen. If I'm having 1,000 plus records, so definitely I cannot go with this down arrow keys for the selection purpose. I need some better option if I want to move to the end. So you can see control and down arrow keys will directly take you to the last data. Same way, control and right arrow keys will take you to the last column name. Control left first, control down last row, up, right. So control, that is what the combination is highly used. If I want to do the selection, the best option for me will be press control shift down. So what will happen with this? My entire column till the place where the data is written will get selected. Okay, I can see even when I press control shift right, the entire row is getting highlighted. So the best option for me, suppose now if I say that select this entire data, what you can do is, I don't want you to select your headers. So take your cursor to A2, press control shift down, control shift right. Observe that the data is stopping before a column J. Why? Because when you have a blank, the navigation of control will stop. So you need to press again control shift right arrow keys to select it till the K value. And now press the delete key to delete the data. Just do that. Remember, keep your A1 as it is. Waiting for 10 seconds more. You must have done. Now, let us go for this one. Repeat the number 1. So what I want is, I just want the number 1 to get written again and again. So in Excel, whenever you want the same text to get written, there are multiple ways to do. My first option is, I'm writing my number. After writing the number, I'm taking my cursor to the corner of that cell. I'm taking my cursor to the corner of that cell. When I do that, I'm getting a plus operator, a plus icon. Now I can just simply drag this and create that listing of 1. That's simple, I guess. What you have to do, write 1, take the cursor to the corner and drag it down. You'll be able to see that the number 1 had been displayed. In the next case, I had been asked to create the list from 1 to 12. Now this time just writing 1 will not help me because I want 1, 2, 3, 4. So what I'll do, I'll write my first 2 values. That normally help Excel to understand what are you trying to fill down. So after writing the first 2 values, that is number 1 and number 2, what I'll do is, I'm going to select these 2 values. How? Now I have learned that shift and down arrow keys can help me to select. So I'm keeping my cursor at B2 and I'm pressing shift and down. I can see my selection is done till row number 2. Now I can drag it. And I can see the data had got displayed with the sequence. I'll just give you another example. Suppose if I'm deleting this one, if I write 5, enter, I'm writing 10. That means I want a kind of table of 5. I'm selecting both, taking the cursor to the corner, and I'm dragging them down. And a table of 5 is generated. Okay. So basically, Excel is smart enough to understand what type of pattern you are looking for. Can you all just go ahead, give a try, and please tell me if you feel that I'm going fast, just let me know. And do keep on updating in the chat box. No, but that is available only for the advanced options, advanced version. When you don't have that, you need to go with this way. Yes, done. I didn't got the inputs from all the participants. Yes, that is done. That is working for all. Yes, I'm coming to the solution for that. Just wait. Okay. For now, let us just first complete this basic and then we'll see how we can generate, a quick listing of numbers, let's say from 1 to 1000 if you want. Now, what about month? So whenever you write a month name and you try to drag it down, you'll be able to see that the month names will also get generated. Just write Jan or January, whatever you want, drag it and you'll be able to see that. If you write Sunday also and you drag, you'll be able to see that the week names Sunday, Monday, Tuesday will start generating. The same is true for your date also. Have a look on my screen. Let me complete this. So let us say I've written the first date as 2021. So 1st of January 2021 is what I have written. When I drag a date, the date will also get incremented by 1. So 1st of January is changing to 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and so on. You are even free to change the month. How? Write 1st of January 2021 and write the second date, the same logic which we have seen for serial number. Write the second date again as 1st of February 2021. That make your Excel understand the pattern you are looking for. And it will just change your month part and keep your date and year as it is. Now you can do the same thing for the date pattern also. And tell me once you are done. Complete till column G and drop a message when you are done. Okay, I'll come to that again, Nishant. Just wait for that. Okay. Ritesh says it's done. Okay. You have 1 minute for this. I'm repeating, if you feel that the speed is going fast, please let me know. Or if anything is to be repeated, let me know. For now, two concepts I'm going to show you. One is without dragging, how you can feel. And the second one is how you can have a long listing created. Okay, so Ritesh and Keshav says it's done. Last 10 seconds for this. Okay, let's move. So for year, you might have done this 1/1/2021, 1/1/2022. And then you selected this two, and then you have dragged them, correct? Now let's come to the third part. That is where you want a time to be written. Let us say I'm writing it's 5 p.m. Okay. But now when I drag this, I don't want it to change. I want to write the same timing downward also. So what you can do for this? Better for you to copy the cell. How can you copy the cell? Simply press Ctrl C to copy. For now, go with your shift and down arrow keys. Select the entire part and press Ctrl V. A simple copy paste. The only thing is before pasting, I have highlighted the range by pressing shift and down arrow keys. When you're done with this copy paste, kindly help me with creating this listing. I want alphabets A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So when I write A and try to drag, it should display me B, C, D, E, F, G. If anyone from you is able to do this, let me know. I want after writing A, it should display me B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay. So you all might have observed this. When you write A and you try to pull it down, you are, no, it should not work. Keshav, it don't work with dragging also. Okay. When you drag, it is giving you A. Or if you might have thought, okay, let's write AB. But even after writing AB, it won't understand that and it will give you that same listing of AB. Correct? So guys, listen now carefully. Stop whatever you're doing, just stop and pay attention to my screen. See, before this, you did that for numbers, you did that for date, you did that for some week names and the month name, and it was working. But when you come for any text, Excel will not be able to understand what exactly you want. And I can say this also, that Excel is not meant for writing ABC. So that's why when you drag, you're not able to get those lists. But you can do this by writing that once at a custom part. Now just see, that means your Excel is not aware of what is to be done after writing A. You need to first make him understand what is to be done. And afterwards, whenever you ask, Excel will be able to repeat that. Now let's see from where we can do that. Go to the File tab. Go to your File tab. So at the first, in your ribbon, you have your very first tab as File. Go to File tab. And in the File tab, at the bottom, you have Options. Please go for that. And then choose Advanced. Now I will wait over here. File, Option, Advanced. I can, but is everyone okay if I go with Hindi and English?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
सभी को चलेगा क्या? If anyone has any prop, please अभी message drop करो. मतलब सभी को हिंदी समझती है? Okay, great. So, okay, no worries. Perfect. I'll go with combination of both. ठीक है? तो हमने file, option और advanced use किया, right? Now, scroll down. Scroll down. Go to the bottom. Scroll कर इस panel के last पे आ जाओ. And you should be able to see this. Edit custom list. मिला option? File tab, option, advanced. Now scroll down. सबसे नीचे जाओ उस part पे. And you'll be able to see edit custom list. इस पे जब click करोगे, you will get a dialog box. अभी इस dialog box में आपने जो list define की होगी ना, वही आपके पास आती है. So you can see Sunday, Monday, Jan, Feb, ये सब यहाँ पे defined है. इसीलिए आ रहे हैं. मेरे स्क्रीन पर अगर आप देखोगे तो मैंने कुछ और भी डिफाइन कर रखी है. जैसे जब भी मैंने एचआर लिखा होगा, मार्केटिंग एंड फाइनेंस लिख के आ जाए, या फिर नॉर्थ लिखा होगा तो ईस्ट वेस्ट साउथ लिख के आ जाए, या ऑफिस सप्लाईज लिखने के बाद टेक्नोलॉजी और फर्नीचर ये नाम आ जाए. तो आप इस प्लेस पे आके अपने लिस्ट बना सकते हो. लेट अस ट्राई टू क्रिएट दैट. न्यू लिस्ट पे क्लिक करो. you'll get a vacant place लिस्ट एंट्रीज के लिए. यहाँ आके आप लिखो. So write A, enter B, enter C, enter D, E, F, G, H, I. Now remember, आपने जहां तक ये लिस्ट बनाई है वही तक रिपीट होगा. So don't expect कि आपने ABCD तक लिखा और वो आगे EFG भी दे दे. ये लिस्ट आपने जहां स्टॉप की होगी वो वहीं पे स्टॉप हो जाएगा. Pass this list by pressing an enter key, separate them और add कर दो. Add करने के बाद that will get transferred to the left side. When you are done, ओकी एंड ओकी करो और अब लिख के बताओ मुझे ए लिखने पे ड्रैग किया तो बी सी डी ई आ रहा है क्या? Now this is working. Yes. रितेश यू डोंट हैव दैट और अभी हमें उसकी जरूरत भी नहीं है, तो जब लगेगा रितेश तो हम डेवलपर रिबन को एक्टिवेट कर लेंगे। परफेक्ट। अब आपके पास लिस्ट आएगी जहां तक आपने डिफाइन किए। तो सी आई विल से दिस दैट ये एबीसीडी का आपको पर्पस कुछ है नहीं, बट जो मैंने दूसरे लिस्ट बनाया उस पे से आप गेस कर सकते हो where this concept can be useful। आपके कंपनी के डिपार्टमेंट के नाम या कुछ प्रायोरिटीज ऐसा कुछ होगा आपके पास डेटा। तो द मोमेंट यू राइट क्रिटिकल और ड्रैग करोगे तो हाई मीडियम लो, क्रिटिकल हाई मीडियम लो ऐसे लिस्ट आ जाएगा। या कुछ प्रोडक्ट की कैटेगरीज होगी तो उनका एक स्टैंडर्ड बनाकर रखा, या आपके कंपनी के अलग अलग रीजन्स का बोलो या अलग अलग प्रोडक्ट के नाम का भी आप एक स्टैंडर्ड लिस्ट बना दो, ताकि हर बार आपको वो लिस्ट नहीं लिखना पड़े। That list will get displayed after you write the first name। Tell me, did you got the concept of custom list? Got the concept of custom list कि क्या कर सकते हो आप यहाँ से? जैसे मेरे केस में मैंने कहा, मैंने अगर HR लिखकर इसको ड्रैग किया तो मेरे पास क्या आने वाला है? HR मार्केटिंग फिनांस, HR मार्केटिंग फिनांस, क्योंकि मैंने कस्टम लिस्ट में अपना ये ऐड कर रखा है। मैंने अगर क्रिटिकल लिखकर ड्रैग किया तो I'll be स्पेल करेक्ट होने चाहिए, विच इज ऑब्वियस। अगर क्रिटिकल लिखकर ड्रैग किया तो क्रिटिकल हाई मीडियम लो, क्रिटिकल हाई मीडियम लो। मुझे हर बार ये लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है, एक बार लिख कर रखा। अब कहीं पे भी याद रखना किसी और वर्कबुक में भी ये यूजफुल है, समझे? मतलब दिस इज नॉट लिमिटेड टू करंट वर्कबुक 1.1, दिस इज ग्लोबल। आपके हर एक्सेल वर्कबुक के लिए ये फीचर ऑन हो गया, ठीक है? लेट्स मूव अहेड। नाउ लेट अस से आपको वही एबीसीडी का लिस्टिंग डिस्प्ले करना है, तो ए लिखा। अब जो आप मुझे पूछ रहे थे कि अगर ड्रैग नहीं करना है, व्हेन यू हैव 1000+ रिकॉर्ड्स तो आप ऐसे ड्रैग नहीं कर सकते, इट विल टेक अ लॉन्ग टाइम फॉर यू। तो आप क्या कर सकते हैं इन दैट केस? टेक द कर्सर टू द कॉर्नर, जब ये प्लस ऑपरेटर आ जाए तो सिर्फ डबल क्लिक कर दो, वो डबल क्लिक से भी अपने आप नीचे तक फिल हो जाएगा। चेक दैट। आप कोई भी डेटा लिखो, आप कोई डेट लिख के डबल क्लिक करो, वीक का नाम लिख के डबल क्लिक करो, कुछ भी करो, you'll be able to see that it is getting filled till down। yes, डबल क्लिकिंग समझ में आया? Now just check द लास्ट वन, इस केस में ऑब्जर्व करो सिर्फ मैं क्या कर रही हूँ, मैं पहले डेटा सिलेक्शन कर रही हूँ. आई एम फर्स्ट सिलेक्टिंग द रेंज. हाउ? by pressing shift and down arrow keys. Okay, now I am writing my name. Now I'm writing my name. After writing the name, I'm hitting Control Enter. क्या होगा इससे? आपका डेटा ऑटोमेटिकली नीचे तक फिल हो जाएगा जितना एरिया आपने सिलेक्ट किया था. I'll repeat. Step number 1 for you will be select your range. Step number 2, without clicking anywhere. अब हम काफी बार क्या करते हैं ना, रेंज सिलेक्ट करते हैं बट वापस क्लिक करते हैं, हमें आदत है क्लिक कर कर लिखने की. तो अब क्लिक नहीं करना है आपको. रेंज सिलेक्ट करने के बाद जस्ट स्टार्ट टाइपिंग योर नेम and hit Control Enter. You'll be able to see whatever you have written will get filled till the range you have highlighted. Okay, I'll repeat that. Step number 1, guys, इस रेंज को सिलेक्ट करो. आफ्टर सिलेक्टिंग बिना कहीं पे क्लिक करे आप सिर्फ टाइप करना स्टार्ट कर दो और फिर कंट्रोल एंटर प्रेस करो इंस्टेड ऑफ एंटर. सिलेक्ट द रेंज, टाइप योर नेम एंड हिट कंट्रोल एंटर. Select the range, start typing, and then once you're done typing, press Control Enter. So Control Enter will help me to fill the data till end. Okay, I received one input, the second one now. Okay. गाइस मैं बार बार रिपीट कर रही हूँ कि अगर कुछ हुआ नहीं है, वर्क नहीं कर रहा है, रिपीट करना है, स्लो स्पीड करनी है तो बताओ. So I'm assuming that you all have done with this and you have got everything on this sheet. Okay. अब एक चीज सिर्फ लास्ट ट्राई कर लो. गो टू कॉलम एन और यहाँ पर सपोज आपने लिखा है अल्फाबेट्स. ओके, यहाँ अल्फाबेट्स लिखा है, मैं यहाँ पर ए लिखती हूँ. अब ए लिखने के बाद मैंने आपको कहा था डबल क्लिक करो वो नीचे तक आ जाएगा. इस बार डबल क्लिक करने पे मेरा नहीं आ रहा है, आप भी चेक करो कॉलम एन पे डबल क्लिक करने पर नीचे आता है या नहीं. Everything is okay? Great, good to know that. Why I'm asking this so many times? See, we are meeting for the first time, है ना? तो होता है ना, हर एक ट्रेनर का पढ़ाने का स्टाइल अलग है, बोलने का स्टाइल अलग है, सब्जेक्ट अलग है. तो I just want you all to be very comfortable in the training. It's not coming. Do you all agree with this? It is not coming. वही अगर मैं यहाँ ट्राई करूँ ए लिखकर डबल क्लिक मैं अगर कॉलम नंबर एल पे करूँ तो आता है. इसका मीनिंग क्या हो गया फिर? व्हाट्स द लॉजिक? सिंपल. ये डबल क्लिकिंग इवेंट जो हमने सीखा ना, दिस डबल क्लिकिंग इवेंट विल ऑटोमेटिकली स्टॉप टू द प्लेस वेयर इट गेट्स द नेक्स्ट ब्लैंक वैल्यू. तो यहाँ तो पूरा ही ब्लैंक है, कॉलम एम वाज ब्लैंक फॉर मी, तो ये फील ही नहीं कर पाएगा. इन शॉर्ट डबल क्लिकिंग का रेफरेंस हमेशा उसका लेफ्ट कॉलम होता है, तो लेफ्ट में जहां तक डेटा लिखा होगा वो वहां तक फील कर देगा. इतना याद रखना है आपको. ओके, अब एक और तरीका बताती हूँ फील करने के लिए. You all can go to a new sheet. नए शीट पे कैसे जाओगे? इफ यू वांट टू लर्न द शॉर्टकट, प्रेस शिफ्ट F10। गाइस ध्यान से सुनना, मैंने शिफ्ट F10 बोला है, डोंट प्रेस कंट्रोल, गड़बड़ हो जाएगा कंट्रोल से। प्रेस शिफ्ट F10, oh no sorry, shift F11, press shift F11, that will give you a new sheet. Is that working? Shift F11, did you got a new sheet? Shift F11 got the new sheet? Okay, now listen. Let's write serial number from 1 to 1000. अब समझते हैं ऐसा कि हमें चाहिए यहाँ पे सीरियल नंबर्स, बट कहाँ से? 1 से लेके 1000। हमारे जो पहले तरीके अगर हम वो उसके हिसाब से करने जाए तो वे क्या होगा? 1 और 2 लिखो, कर्सर कॉर्नर पर लाओ और ड्रैग करो जब तक आप 1000 पे पहुंचते हो। करेक्ट है? अब देखो पहुंचते पहुंचते कभी एक्स्ट्रा सिलेक्ट हो जाएगा तो आप फिर से स्क्रॉल अप करोगे, स्क्रॉल डाउन करोगे, कैसे एडजस्ट कर कर you'll reach। करेक्ट? हमें इसके लिए कुछ बेटर ऑप्शन चाहिए। ठीक है? Apply the first step, that is write the number 1 and please remember आपका कर्सर 1 पे रखो। एक कॉलम का नाम दे दो सीरियल नंबर फ्रॉम 1 to 1000, देन कर्सर रखोगे 1 पे, मतलब नंबर 1 लिखो। आपका स्टार्टिंग किससे होगा वो लिख कर देना है हमें, तो वो लिख दो और कर्सर भी उसी सेल पे रखो। Now follow the instruction. Go to home tab, and in the home tab towards the end you will get a group called as editing. Home tab, go for the group called as editing. In the editing group there's an option called as field. You all first drop a message. Can you see an option of field series over here? Home tab, editing group, field drop down और उसमें मिलेगा series. मिला क्या? When you click on that, you'll get this dialog box. Repeat करना है. Home tab में last group है editing. Editing group में field का drop down मिलेगा और field के drop down में series कर एक option है. Open that. मुझे सिर्फ 2 ही इनपुट्स मिले कि डेटा मिल गया, मतलब पैनल मिल गया है। Oh wow, you have done with filling it till 1000, 10,000 तक, very good, same, wow, very good guys। तो मुझे सिर्फ आपको ऑप्शन बताना था, you did that, awesome। First of all, सीरीज में रो की जगह पे आप कॉलम लोगे क्योंकि आपको कॉलम ए में फिल करना है, रो नंबर 2 पे नहीं। ठीक है, तो कॉलम्स चेक करो। स्टेप वैल्यू मतलब क्या? 1 के बाद दूसरा नंबर हमें 2 चाहिए, मतलब स्टेप वैल्यू कितना हो गया? 1। अगर मैंने इसी को 5 कर दिया मतलब क्या होगा? 5 के डिफरेंस में सीरीज क्रिएट होगी। ठीक है, स्टॉप वैल्यू आपको जो लिखना है लिखो, मैंने 1000 लिखा है। ओके, और मैं चेक कर सकती हूँ कि मेरा लिस्टिंग बन गया 1 से 1000 का। ठीक है, तो कॉलम सिलेक्ट करना है और नीचे में एंड वैल्यू पे 1000 लिखना है, फिर ओके कर दो, यू विल गेट दिस लिस्ट। Got that? Not done? I will repeat. पहला स्टेप, प्लीज मेक श्योर आपने 1 लिखा है और आपका कर्सर 1 पे है. ओके, प्लीज मेक श्योर कर्सर ब्लैंक पे नहीं चाहिए, कर्सर 1 पे चाहिए. अब होम टैब पे फील सीरीज, मैं सीरीज का डायलॉग बॉक्स ओपन रखती हूँ. सिलेक्ट करना है कॉलम्स का रेडियो बटन. स्टेप वैल्यू में लिखा है 1 और स्टॉप वैल्यू में आपने लिखा है 1000. Done now? Can I assume that all the participants have done with this? Perfect. So that was all about a short introduction on the Excel window. Yes, I know that. A short introduction on your window also, and then the field series concept also. Okay, now that there are a few more basic things which you might be aware. One is when you go to the file tab, you will get an option of home or you'll get an option of new. What is new? New will help me to create a new sheet. So I can go for a blank workbook and start creating a new sheet. Open will help me to simply open an existing workbook I'm having. Yes. Save will help me to save. Save as will help me to rename it with some different name or change the location. And then I can even go for accounts and the other options. Now you can use those same things by shortcuts. Like if you want to save, your shortcut key is Control S. If you want to save as, your shortcut key is F12. For save as, the shortcut key is F12. To open the open dialog box, press Control O. Control O will help you to open the open dialog box. Okay. And Control N will help you for a new workbook. These few shortcut keys are important. What are the shortcut keys? Control S to save, F12 for save as, Control O to open, and Control N for a new workbook. With that, you can close this current workbook and go for the next workbook. There is one more workbook which is shared with you, 2.1. Basic formulas. No, you don't have this one. You'll be having this one. Drop a message when you are done with opening the workbook. Yes, ready with that? Okay. I'll still wait for 10 seconds. Okay, what I feel is, can we have one short break of 10 minutes? In the meanwhile, if you have any of the previous thing which is not done or any question, you can drop them in the chat box. Let's just connect in 10 minutes quickly. And 10 minutes means 10 minutes only, okay? The session timing is, I guess, for today, we have kept the session till 6:40. And tomorrow you have your session in the morning from 10:30 to 1, I guess. Teal option in the home tab. No, we all have that. Can you just check, go to the home tab, or can you just quickly share your screen?
Actually, ma'am, I have joined with my corporate laptop. So in that, I have a basic version of 365. So in that, I am not getting the web version of 365, Office 365.
But still you should have, I guess, because this is a very common feature available in almost all the
Actually,
versions.
in that, it's showing auto sum, a clear, a sort and
No, no.
filter, find and select. These
Okay,
4 options are showing, not field one.
the field is not there, okay.
Yeah. All those options are there, but only field one is not there.
Can you just check for the shortcut key once? Alt H F I.
Alt
H
H
F I.
no, ma'am.
No, so okay, so it might be that you don't have that.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can just note
Okay.
that somewhere that there is an option, because as far as my knowledge is, this is available from 2007, in fact. So,
Actually, I don't know because I have my personal laptop's means, license is deactivated. So I
okay.
was trying from here. So that's why. No issue.
Okay.
I will.
Yeah. Yeah. So let us just connect in 10 minutes. Yeah. I'm hoping you all are back and we can start. Let's wait for 10 seconds and then we'll start. Let's move. So the next data which is shared with you is related to HR data. So always, before you start creating any report, make sure that you have understood the data. Okay, understanding the data, finding out the props with the data, the transformation, the cleaning needed in the data is very important. So if we observe this data, the data is having the information of employees, where the first column is the employee code. We have the next column as the name information, first name, middle name, and last name. Then we have the details of the date of hiring, the date of joining, how many years of experience that specific employee is having, the branch in which that employee is working, the name of the branch, the phone number, the department number, the department in which he is working, then what was his education, the gender, and then finally we have the total salary info. Okay, so that is all what has been given to us. If we count the number of records, we are having 146 number of employees with us. Right? Please check the data once. Right? So how many records we are having? We are having total 146 employees. Now we had been asked to create this right side report. Okay, so let's start. Guys, what you will do is just delete the data from the column of function. Keep the output one as it is. So this is just for you to compare, but you'll be working on the column S. Ready? Shall we start? Now, when you are writing up these formulas, again, just remember that you are not using your keyboard, your mouse. Please try to make your selection with the help of keyboard only. So the first question which has been asked to me is, please tell us what is the total salary you pay to your employee. Total salary. That means I need to do the addition. All formulas of Excel will start with and equals to sign. Okay, so I'm writing equals to. My formula is of sum. So I'm writing SU. Now again, second important point you remember. Start the formula with equals to. After that, just write first few characters of the function. You will get the list of functions. From that, with the help of down arrow keys, highlight the formula you want to use. Like I want to use sum, so I have pressed my down arrow keys to highlight that, and then press tab button. Okay, please don't go and write the function name manually. Don't do that. Always prefer to use it from the drop down. So once you have highlighted the function, just pressing a tab button will complete the formula name and will give you a round bracket also. Okay, now every formula needs some arguments. If you focus on these arguments, you'll be able to learn a lot in Excel by yourself. Always make a habit of reading the parameters. So for some, I can say it is asking me for number 1, number 2, number 3. Let's say if I just want to add simply 3 numbers, I can just pass them 1, 2, 3. Every parameter has a separator of comma. So I'm writing number 1, number 2, and number 3. No need to close the bracket. Excel will do that for us. So hitting the enter key will give me an output as 6. But here I went with writing the numbers manually. This is not our scenario. What is our scenario? We have our salary details over here in column O. So I need to go to that column. How can I go to that column? By pressing left arrow keys. I can reach to the column, and then I need to press up arrow keys because my selection is from O2. So I'm taking my cursor to O2. Now I need to select the data till end. One option for me is write each cell referencing like this. But again, when you have a huge data, this will not help us. So what you'll do, equals to sum, tab button, press the left arrow keys to come to the column of total salary. Up arrow keys because you want to start from the first value, and then the shortcut key which we have checked, Control Shift and down. Use this. Control Shift and down arrow keys will help you to select the data till end. So you don't need to go with selecting each. And now this time the way of writing array will be what? The first cell address colon the last cell address, which ultimately means take everything in the middle of this. Go ahead, guys. That was a simple formula. You'll get it. Yes, you are done. I've got input only from Noor. I'm again repeating, please make sure you are not using your mouse for the selection. That is important. Okay. Now, the next report which is to be found is what is the highest salary we pay. Okay, we need to find out what the highest salary we pay. And to get that, we have a function called as max. Again, I'm writing MA, down arrow keys to highlight max, and then a tab button to select the function name. I'll again go with left arrow keys, up arrow keys, and then Control Shift down. And I can see the references again captured. That will help me to get the maximum. That is, the highest salary we are paying is 1,50,091. Let us find out the lowest salary we pay. So we can find that with the help of min function. Write the min function, take your cursor to the column of selection and hit the enter key. So minimum salary we have with us is in our data. If you observe, there are few blank values, zeros, and few blanks are there. That's why it is showing us that the minimum salary we pay is 0. Yeah. Please go ahead and check that. Check both the max and the minimum function. 20 seconds more for this. Yes, done. No inputs. I'm waiting. Yes, Noor, I saw your message, but only you are the one who had updated me. Okay, so I can see that now you have shared the input. That means you have done. Great. Let's move ahead. Now what I want is, I would like to find out the largest salary I'm paying. But this time, it should be the largest second salary. The largest salary I was paying was 1,50,000, which I got from the max function. But now, अब मुझे क्या चाहिए? Second number का largest value कौन सा है? तो ये मुझे मैक्स से नहीं मिलेगा, मैक्स हमेशा मुझे पहला ही लार्जेस्ट वैल्यू दिखाएगा, करेक्ट? तो अब अगर सेकंड लार्जेस्ट वैल्यू या थर्ड लार्जेस्ट वैल्यू चाहिए होगा तो तो यू कैन गो विद इन फॉर्मूला कॉल्ड एज लार्ज. सिर्फ एक बार स्क्रीन पर ध्यान देना. प्रेस द टैब बटन टू राइट द फॉर्मूला ऑफ लार्ज. अब फॉर्मूले में जैसे मैंने आपको पहले भी कहा, यू नीड टू फोकस ऑन द आर्ग्यूमेंट्स. तो ये पैरामीटर में मुझे क्या पूछ रहा है लार्ज में? एरे और फिर के. एरे मतलब आपका वो पूरा कॉलम जिसपे आपका लार्जेस्ट वैल्यू सर्च करना है. तो वो डेटा कहाँ पे? दैट्स माय टोटल सैलरी, करेक्ट? अब कॉमा देके मुझे लिखना है के. के मतलब कौन से नंबर का लार्जेस्ट वैल्यू चाहिए आपको. सो इफ आई राइट 2 मतलब कि ये सेकंड लार्जेस्ट वैल्यू दिखाएगा मुझे. इफ आई चेंज दैट टू 3 मतलब थर्ड लार्जेस्ट वैल्यू कौन सा है. इफ आई चेंज दैट टू 4, फोर्थ लार्जेस्ट वैल्यू. आई होप यू गॉट द लॉजिक. किसी स्पेसिफिक पोजीशन का लार्जेस्ट और स्मॉलेस्ट चाहिए होगा तो यू कैन यूज दिस फंक्शन. सेम वे आई कैन गो फॉर स्मॉल, दैट्स माय एरे, और स्मॉलेस्ट 10th सैलरी कौन सा है वो मुझे पता करना है. दैट इज 0 फॉर मी. ओके, सो डेटा के हिसाब से जस्ट राइट 3 बिकॉज मैंने यहाँ लिखा है स्मॉलेस्ट थर्ड वैल्यू. सो जैसे अगर हमारे स्कूल में एग्जाम्स होते हैं और उसका रिजल्ट आता है तो वो रिजल्ट के ऊपर आई कैन रन दिस एंड फाइंड आउट फर्स्ट रैंक वाले का कितना है, सेकेंड रैंक का कितना है, थर्ड रैंक का कितना है. ओके, go ahead and check these two functions, largest and smallest. Done. Yes, sure. So for large, I'm repeating. Large formula लिखा, फॉर्मूले में दो पैरामीटर्स देने हैं, एक है आपका एरे और दूसरा है के. एरे इंडिकेट्स योर कॉलम, द कॉलम ऑफ योर टोटल सैलरी, एंड देन कॉमा देके आपको के वैल्यू लिखनी है. के वैल्यू मतलब कौन से पोजीशन की डेटा फेच करनी है. आई एम सेइंग सेकेंड डेटा फेच करो, दैट मीन्स सेकेंड लार्जेस्ट वैल्यू फेच करो. सेम फॉर्मूला है स्मॉल का, बट वो सिर्फ आपको क्या दिखाएगा, स्मॉलेस्ट वो वाला वैल्यू दिखाएगा, 10th वैल्यू, 3rd वैल्यू, 5th वैल्यू. Hoping everyone has done with that, large and small. Now उल्टा जाते हैं, जैसे कि लार्ज में आपने क्या कहा, लार्जेस्ट सेकेंड वैल्यू दिखाओ. इस बार मुझे क्या चाहिए, इफ आई अज्यूम दिस एज मार्क्स ऑफ माय स्टूडेंट्स, मुझे पता करना है किसी स्पेसिफिक स्टूडेंट का रैंकिंग कौन सा आया है, इसका फर्स्ट रैंक है कि सेकंड रैंक है कि थर्ड रैंक है. तो मैंने आपको डेटा में स्पेसिफिकली दिया है कि संतोष करकर जो हमारा एम्प्लॉय है, हमें उसका पोजीशन पता करना है. ठीक है, मतलब कि इसी रो पे लिखा हुआ डेटा है वो. नाउ ऑब्जर्व कैसे लिखते हैं रैंक फंक्शन. सो इक्वल्स टू रैंक, equals to rank, go for a simple rank function. Okay, RANK, टैब बटन प्रेस किया. रैंक में मुझे क्या पूछा जा रहा है अभी, नंबर और फिर रेफरेंस. नंबर मतलब क्या, नंबर मतलब वो डेटा जिसका रैंकिंग देखना है, मतलब कि एम्प्लॉय का वो सैलरी जो आपको देखनी है. तो मैं कह रही हूँ मुझे ये वाला जो सैलरी है ना संतोष का, ये चेक करना है कि ये कौन से नंबर का सैलरी है, ये हाईएस्ट सैलरी है कि हाईएस्ट सेकंड है कि हाईएस्ट थर्ड है. कॉमा, इसे कहाँ देखना है, रेफरेंस मतलब किस कॉलम के हिसाब से इसको रैंकिंग देना है. कॉलम मेरा अभी भी वही है, O2 से लेके O1447, राइट. एंटर, और मुझे मिला 2. व्हाट इज 2? 2 इज द रैंकिंग. अब आप देखो, कंपेयर करने के लिए लिखा है मैंने ऐसा. ऊपर लार्जेस्ट सेकेंड वैल्यू जब निकाला आपने तो आपको वही डेटा मिला, संतोष का जो सैलरी था, दैट इज 1,49,626. और इस बार मैंने इसको रिवर्स किया. मैंने क्या कहा, ठीक है, इस डेटा का मेरे रेंज के हिसाब से कौन सा रैंकिंग आता है वो बताओ. तो वो उसको ऑब्वियसली सेकंड दिखाएगा रैंकिंग. तो जैसे स्कूल में हमें रैंकिंग मिलते थे हमारे मार्क्स के बेसिस पे, वैसे ही आप यहाँ पे रैंकिंग देख सकते हैं. मतलब मैं पर स्टूडेंट को उसका रैंकिंग दिखा सकती हूँ कि आपका फर्स्ट रैंक है कि सेकंड है कि थर्ड है. चेक, पहले इतना चेक करो, फिर मैं उसमें थोड़ी सी और मॉडिफिकेशंस बताती हूँ. Which cell? O8 you are saying me? So equals to rank. Equals to rank. I'm just pressing my left arrow keys to select that cell O8. Then comma. Again I'm pressing my left arrow keys to come back to the column O. And then control up. And one down arrow keys. And then control shift down. ऑलवेज रिमेम्बर गाइस, कॉमा देने के बाद आपका कर्सर फिर से इसी लोकेशन पे आ जाता है जहां आप फॉर्मूला लिख रहे हो, तो दोबारा जाके पूरा सिलेक्शन करना पड़ेगा। I think so you all must have done with this rank function. लॉजिक ध्यान में आया क्या? आपके डेटा में किसी डेटा का रैंकिंग क्या है वो आपको डिस्प्ले कर मिल रहा है। यस, अब एक बार मेरे स्क्रीन पर ध्यान दोगे, इस रैंक फंक्शन में आई एम जस्ट मॉडिफाइंग दिस अ बिट। ओके, मैंने दोबारा साइड में लिखा है रैंक ऑफ द सेम डेटा, बट इस बार रेफरेंस जो है वो मेरा कौन सा है, वो मेरा पूरा कॉलम है। और यहाँ पर मैं देख सकती हूँ कि एक और पैरामीटर है, 3 पैरामीटर्स है रैंक फंक्शन के, आपका नंबर, आपका रेफरेंस और फिर कुछ ऑर्डर है। ऑर्डर वाला जो पैरामीटर है वो स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट में। So many times you will come across formulas which have parameters in square bracket, जो इंडिकेट क्या करता है कि ये पैरामीटर ऑप्शनल है, नहीं दिया तो भी चलेगा, वो डिफॉल्ट जो होगा वो लेगा। तो जैसे कि ये डिफॉल्ट डिसेंडिंग ऑर्डर में चल रहा है, मतलब हाईएस्ट सैलरी वाले को उसने फर्स्ट रैंक दिया, सेकंड हाईएस्ट सैलरी वाले को उसने सेकंड रैंक दे दिया। अब अगर मुझे इसको असेंडिंग में करना है, मतलब लोएस्ट सैलरी को बोलना है कि पहला रैंक हो, तो मैंने क्या करना है, उसको 1 लिखना है, एंटर, एंड आई कैन चेंज इन द आंसर। अब उसका रैंकिंग कितना हो गया, 138, क्योंकि वो लोएस्ट के हिसाब से रैंकिंग चेक कर रहा है, हाईएस्ट के हिसाब से नहीं। आपके टोटल नंबर ऑफ एम्प्लॉयज कितने हैं, 139, और उसके हिसाब से जिनको आपने सैलरी पे किया है वो है 139, तो उसके हिसाब से इसका रैंकिंग कितना आया, 138। जस्ट चेक दैट। आप भी साइड वाले सेल में लिखो ताकि आपके पास दोनों रहे। सो दिस इज यूजफुल। इसका एक एग्जांपल दे सकती हूँ मैं आपको कि जब आप कोई असेसमेंट टेस्ट ले रहे हो या कोई रेसिंग कंपटीशन चल रहा है, उस वक्त मुझे क्या चाहिए रहेगा, टाइमिंग जितना लिस्ट लिया है उसके हिसाब से रैंकिंग होना चाहिए ना। हाईएस्ट टाइम वाले को रैंक 1 नहीं होगा, लोएस्ट टाइम वाले को रैंक 1 होगा। तो आई कैन अप्लाई दिस लॉजिक। नूर 146 टोटल एम्प्लॉइज है, बट आप देखोगे तो एम्प्लॉइज आपके ब्लैंक है, डेटा जहां लिखा है वो सिर्फ 139 है। ओके, yes, done. We can move ahead. Ranking with both ascending and descending. Done checking them. नाउ नेक्स्ट मुझे क्या पता करना है, मेरे पास में बहुत सारे एम्प्लॉयज हैं, सो आई जस्ट वांट टू फाइंड आउट कितने एम्प्लॉयज ऐसे जिनको मैंने सैलरी पे की है। तो अगर सैलरी नहीं पे की होगी तो यहाँ पे ब्लैंक है, मतलब उसने क्या काउंट करके देना चाहिए मुझे, कितनों को सैलरी पे की है उतना ही, मतलब कितने डेटा लिखे उतना ही काउंट होना चाहिए। सो सी देयर इज अ फॉर्मूला कॉल्ड एज काउंट which can help me to count this. Again array वही पास कर रही हूँ मैं O2 से O147। ये 139 मतलब ये मुझे क्या दिखा रहा है, कितने एम्प्लॉयज ऐसे हैं जिनको आपने सैलरी पे किए। गाइस हो सकता है आपके सैलरी पे में आपने 0 लिखा हो, बट 0 है मतलब एक नंबर लिखा है, समझे। सो इट विल गिव यू द data at which you have numerical value, I can say count of the numerical data you have is what you are getting with count. अब अगर आपको काउंट करना है कितने एम्प्लॉइज है, यू डोंट वांट टू काउंट कितने एम्प्लॉय को सैलरी पे किया है, बट टोटल एम्प्लॉइज कितने ये काउंट करना है। तो उसके लिए फॉर्मूला है आपके पास, टोटल एम्प्लॉइज काउंट करना है तो मुझे क्या करना पड़ेगा, अगर मैं ये काउंट फंक्शन यूज करती हूँ और एम्प्लॉय कोड वाला कॉलम सिलेक्ट करती हूँ, ऑब्जर्व करना मैं थोड़ा स्लो लिखती हूँ, इक्वल्स टू काउंट लिखा है, कंट्रोल होम करती हूँ इस बार बिकॉज मुझे एम्प्लॉय कोड वाला कॉलम चाहिए, तो कंट्रोल होम से मैं फास्ट आ पाऊंगी। अब अब मैं डाउन एरो कीज प्रेस करती हूँ बिकॉज मुझे A2 से डेटा सिलेक्ट करना है, एंड देन कंट्रोल शिफ्ट डाउन, करेक्ट। तो मेरा काउंट फंक्शन किस पे रन हो रहा है, A2 से A147 पे। जब मैं एंटर की प्रेस करती हूँ तो आई कैन सी माय आउटपुट इज 0। व्हाई इज दैट 0? बिकॉज काउंट फंक्शन ने सिर्फ नंबर्स को ही काउंट करना है, और यहाँ है आपका टेक्स्ट डेटा, करेक्ट। तो फिर से फॉर्मूला लिखती हूँ, इस बार फॉर्मूले का नाम है काउंट ए। काउंट ए इंडिकेट्स व्हाट, सारे नॉन एम्प्टी सेल जो होंगे वो काउंट करो, तो वो टेक्स्ट भी हो सकते हैं, नंबर्स भी हो सकते हैं, डेट भी हो सकता है, टाइम भी हो सकता है। तो काउंट ए के लिए टैब बटन प्रेस किया, कंट्रोल होम, डाउन एरो कीज टू कम टू A2 एंड देन कंट्रोल शिफ्ट डाउन, एंटर। अब मैं देख सकती हूँ ओके दैट्स करेक्ट, आई एम हैविंग टोटल 146 नंबर ऑफ एम्प्लॉइज। तो काउंट को यूज करो जब आपको न्यूमेरिकल डेटा काउंट करना है, सिर्फ काउंट ए को यूज करो जब आपको टेक्स्ट और नंबर्स दोनों काउंट करने हैं। और एक फंक्शन है कॉल्ड एज काउंट ब्लैंक, आपको ये वाला तो नाम से समझ गया होगा। काउंट ब्लैंक हमें क्या कर देगा, सारे ब्लैंक डेटा कितने हैं वो बताएगा, मतलब कितने एम्प्लॉइज ऐसे जिनको आपने अभी तक सैलरी पे नहीं की है, 7 एम्प्लॉइज ऐसे जो कि ब्लैंक है। So I can say 7 plus 139 मेरा आंसर करेक्ट आ रहा है। गो अहेड, दोनों भी ट्राई कर लो। सॉरी तीनों फंक्शंस आपके, काउंट, काउंट और काउंट ब्लैंक। कैन यू पेस्ट योर फॉर्मूला इन द चैट बॉक्स, किसके लिए 0 मिल रहा है आपको, आप प्लीज अपना फॉर्मूला चैट बॉक्स में पेस्ट करो। अगर आप ये वाला कह रहे हो तो ये काउंट ए है, यहाँ काउंट नहीं लिखोगे केशव। काउंट ब्लैंक के लिए कॉलम कौन सा लिया आपने? इसके लिए मैंने ओ कॉलम लिया है, आपने शायद ए कॉलम लिया हो। So check and update me. Are you done with these three functions? Count, count and count blank. Okay. Now the next one is average. That's easy again. Average, you have an inbuilt function which can help you to find out the average. तो मुझे find out करना है हम average salary कितना pay करते हैं. So I'm saying average and I'm selecting the total salary column and just saying that average salary जो हम pay करते हैं that is 15,320. Okay. ये कंप्लीट करो और नीचे मैं एक अलग टेबल बनाती हूँ, आपको वो टेबल क्रिएट करना है. ठीक है, गो अहेड, यू फर्स्ट कंप्लीट एवरेज. जिनका हो जाएगा वो लोग ये नीचे वाला जो डेटा मैं लिख रही हूँ ना, ये डेटा आप लिख लोगे. ये सेम नंबर नीचे 3 या 4 बार लिख लो आप, सेम नंबर है. और मैं आपको यहाँ पे समझा रही हूँ राउंडिंग के कंसेप्ट, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट कंसेप्ट है. You create this table quickly. You go with the same number 1 2 3 4 5.54674. थोड़ा फास्ट टेबल क्रिएट करोगे. फॉर्मेटिंग इग्नोर करो अभी. Guys, done? Now I just want you all to pay attention to my screen for next 2 minutes. Let me complete the concept. इसको समझने की कोशिश करो कंसेप्ट को, और फिर आप लिखो. ठीक है, मेरे स्क्रीन पे फोकस करोगे. Okay. Now there are 3 types of round function: round, round up और round down. ये नंबर्स है, मैं इनको तीनों फॉर्मूलेस अप्लाई कर आपको कंसेप्ट एक्सप्लेन करती हूँ. पहला, आई एम गोइंग विथ राउंड. पहली बात तो व्हाट इज राउंड? राउंड फंक्शन में हम बताते हैं कि हमें न्यूमेरिकल्स जस्ट होल नंबर पार्ट चाहिए कि डेसिमल भी चाहिए. और अगर डेसिमल चाहिए तो कितने चाहिए? 2 डेसिमल्स चाहिए, 3 डेसिमल चाहिए, 4 डेसिमल चाहिए, दैट यू कैन असाइन ओवर हियर. ठीक है, तो नंबर मतलब कि वो नंबर जिसको आपको राउंड करना है, और कॉमा देके नंबर ऑफ डिजिट्स मतलब क्या, कितना नंबर्स आपको डेसिमल के बाद चाहिए। अब मैं यहाँ पे लिखती हूँ कि मुझे 2 नंबर चाहिए आफ्टर डेसिमल। एंटर की प्रेस किया। प्लीज स्क्रीन पर ध्यान दो और कंसेप्ट को समझो। आई सेड 2 नंबर्स चाहिए। मेरा एक्चुअल नंबर कितना था? 0.54 था। 0.54 था। आप देखोगे ये 55 में चेंज हो गया। ये 54 का 55 में क्यों चेंज हुआ? बिकॉज व्हेन आई से राउंडेड बाय 2, तो वो क्या चेक करेगा? थर्ड नंबर क्या है वो चेक करेगा। मेरा थर्ड नंबर है 6, मतलब कि ये वो नंबर है जो 5 और 5 से बड़ा है। अगर 5 से नंबर ग्रेटर हो तो वो +1 ऐड करता है प्रीवियस नंबर में। ये हमने मैथमेटिक्स में स्कूल में सीखा है कंसेप्ट। ओके, वही चीज अगर मैं दोबारा यहाँ करूं, मैं यहाँ कहती हूँ इस नंबर को राउंड करो, लेकिन मैं राउंड करते वक्त उसको बोलती हूँ राउंड इट बाय लेट्स से 1 2 3 4। 4 से राउंड करते हैं। क्या नंबर था? 54674 था। आउटपुट में क्या आया? 5467, क्योंकि 4 नंबर चाहिए डेसिमल के बाद। उसने 68 में चेंज नहीं किया, 67 रखा। क्यों 67 रखा है? क्योंकि 7 के बाद वाला जो नंबर है वो क्या है? लेसर देन 5 है। तो जब भी लेसर देन 5 होगा वो +1 नहीं ऐड करेगा, अदरवाइज +1 ऐड करेगा। इन शॉर्ट राउंड डिसीजन लेगा, +1 ऐड करना है या नंबर को एज इट इज रखना है। बट वही चीज अगर मैं राउंड अप से करूं, तो मैंने क्लियर इंस्ट्रक्शन दे दी है राउंड अप करना है। तो अब अगर मैं यहाँ पे बोलती हूँ 2 डिजिट बताओ, वो बताएगा, लेकिन मेरा आंसर क्या होगा? 0.55 ही रहेगा। अब अगर मैंने वही चीज राउंड डाउन से किया, मतलब मैं बोल रही हूँ इस नंबर को राउंड डाउन करो। कितने से? 2 ही डिजिट चाहिए। राउंड डाउन करो आपने कहा है, इसीलिए 54 का 54 मिलेगा, 55 नहीं। इवन इफ उसके बाद वाला नंबर 2 डिजिट्स के बाद वाला नंबर ग्रेटर देन 4 है। तो राउंड अप और डाउन में आप इंस्ट्रक्शंस देते हो, ऐड करना है या सेम रखना है, और राउंड खुद डिसीजन लेता है। देखो मैं अगर यहाँ पर भी लिखती हूँ राउंड अप, मैंने अप बोला है, राउंड दिस अप विथ 4, मतलब मैंने क्या कह दिया? 5467 नहीं चाहिए, 68 चाहिए। राउंड अप करो तो आगे का नंबर 4 या उससे कम भी होगा तो भी फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा, वो राउंड अप ही करेगा। ये वाला राउंड डाउन ही करेगा। तो इन शॉर्ट ये कहीं ना कहीं तो मैच होंगे। जैसे आप ये देख सकते हो, ये दोनों मैच हो रहे हैं और ये दोनों मैच हो रहे हैं। तो राउंड का आंसर या तो राउंड अप से मैच होगा या तो राउंड डाउन से मैच होगा, वो ऑब्वियस है। अब कभी कभार ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि आपको राउंडिंग करना है लेकिन डेसिमल चाहिए ही नहीं, तो मैंने राउंड बोला और 0 लिखा, तो क्या हो जाएगा? आपका होल नंबर का ही आंसर आएगा। ओके, वही चीज में अगर राउंड अप, मैं तीनों लिख लेती हूँ एक बार। राउंड अप, इस नंबर को राउंड अप करो 0 से, और लिखा इक्वल्स टू राउंड डाउन, इस नंबर को राउंड डाउन करो 0 से। डिफरेंस कहाँ दिख रहा है? डेसिमल के बाद, क्योंकि राउंड बोला है आपने विद 0, मतलब आपको डेसिमल्स नहीं चाहिए, तो वो डेसिमल के बाद वाला पहला नंबर चेक करेगा। मेरा पहला नंबर क्या है? ग्रेटर देन 4 है, मतलब उसने क्या करना है? +1 ऐड करना है। 1 2 3 4 5 को 46 में चेंज किया है। राउंड अप तो ऑब्वियसली 46 में देगा, लेकिन राउंड डाउन क्या करेगा? वो डेसिमल को इग्नोर ही कर देगा। 1 2 3 4 5 आपका आउटपुट रह गया। सिंपल है। 0 इज इंडिकेटिंग यू डोंट वांट एनी डेसिमल्स, बस अप करना है, डाउन करना है, या उसने खुद डिसीजन लेना है, उसके हिसाब से फॉर्मूला लिखो। ठीक है, प्लीज गो अहेड एंड गिव अ ट्राई। बाकी क्या आप खुद से ट्राई एंड एरर्स कर सकते हो। राउंड इट विथ 1, राउंड इट विथ 3, राउंड इट विथ 5 एंड चेक इफ यू वांट। Yes, anything to be repeated? Yes, dear, you can write that. See, I'm writing that. Round this number with 5. You keep the number as it is for you. Did you got that? You can in fact even say it as round it with 6. Just after that, you need to add up your decimals to check the impact. That's the only point. And it won't actually make sense when your numbers are lesser and you are saying them to round. समझा है क्या नूर? Impact वही आएगा ना? तो 5 places से round कर करोगे क्या? हाँ, obvious है नूर, क्या होगा? समझा है? क्या होगा? आगे कुछ नंबर ही नहीं है ना देखने के लिए, तो वो नंबर को वैसे ही रखेगा. Okay, okay. What about others? Are you done? Okay, guys, मैं quickly आपको एक assignment है, मैंने वो भी load किया है, वो explain कर देती हूँ. I want you to do that. Please, before you start with the assignment, data को ठीक से read करोगे और side में कुछ assignment दी है आपको. Okay, ये solve कर आप, I guess आप लोग upload करते उसी share folder पे, तो वहाँ upload कर देना. आज के लिए ज्यादा कुछ नहीं है असाइनमेंट में, आपको सिर्फ ये 6 टास्क है जिसमें आपके सारे फंक्शंस कवर हो जाएंगे, उतना कंप्लीट करना है. रीड द टास्क केयरफुली ताकि आपको कॉलम समझ में आए कौन सा सिलेक्ट करना है. ओके, होप यू आर डन विद द राउंड फंक्शन आल्सो. एंड प्लीज आई एम रिपीटिंग दिस अगेन एंड अगेन. एनी क्वेश्चंस आर वेलकम. ओके, आप कितने भी क्वेश्चंस पूछ सकते हो, कितने भी बार रिपीट करने के लिए कह सकते हो. I hope you all enjoyed the session. We are done with the session actually. Tomorrow we'll be meeting at 10:30. Please be there at sharp 10:30. And I'll upload the files on the same folder. So आप वो download भी कर रख लेना फिर. ठीक है?
Sorry to ask. Can I ask one thing? Yeah, these are basics, okay? And when we are getting some states or some countries of data, or we need to add up or we need to decrease the size of file, you can you are also teaching that one, right?
The file size, decreasing the file size, what does that mean?
I mean, we have number of Excel, we have almost 30 MB of Excel sheet, okay? One state, employees data or any other data. And we need to share that one to other Excel sheet, like link.
No, if you just want to share that, I'm not sure about your question, but if you want to just share that, save your file in the binary format if you're asking me about that.
Yeah.
So just go to this save as,
okay.
Go to save as and save your file in the binary format, the third option. This
okay.
will help you to decrease the size. I guess I said this at the save as type. Okay, this is useful to decrease the file size.
Okay.
So save it in this format and then share.
Okay. Can you please explain what are the I mean topics you are explaining about Excel sheets?
Tomorrow we are going to look into the conditional functions, if with and, if with or, how you can write complicated functions.
Okay.
And then we'll be having pivot tables, pivot chart, how to build your dashboard, VLOOKUP functions, and SUMIF functions.
Okay.
This will be covered in the next. Now that depends on the speed we have tomorrow. But tomorrow we are going to cover referencing logic, and along with that we are going to cover the if functions because they are highly used for tasks.
Yeah.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Hello, ma'am. How many sessions will be conducted for completing Excel?
For Excel, we have total 4 sessions. So we are done with 1. Now 3 more
Okay.
sessions are remaining.
Okay. Got it.
Okay, so I'm hoping. Yeah, any other question?
No, thank you.
Okay, then. We'll end up the session. Thank you and bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye.
Bye-bye.